as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand.
Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King and I'm delighted to be in the RTV Marbella studios recording the programme again this week, but not just another week. This week is 300 weeks of recording, that's 6 years. When I celebrated my 100th programme, I did a lovely party at Puente Romano and my next guest came to sing, which I thought was only appropriate to have her back again on this emblematic programme to say 200 shows on, Simone. How lovely to see you.
Oh, it's so great to be in Nicole land. Ooh, I'm here, I made it.
And I'm so happy to have you here, and I love your jacket. I mean, it's just so
thank
perfect.
you.
My colours, you fit in perfectly in Nicole land.
Well, listen, I didn't even know that Nicole land looked like this, and I'm just amazed that I match. I'm really happy. This is great.
But match perfectly, you match everything perfectly.
Oh, bless you.
How's it been for you? Because as a performer and a mother, lockdown and COVID must have been very challenging for you with the kids, and they're not working at the same rhythm.
Yeah, I think it's been it's been a new challenge for everyone, and during COVID I actually became a grandmother.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so that was
you don't look old enough to be a mother, let alone a grandmother.
Well, I'm just so that was the real blessing during the time of COVID. I know we're still working our way through all of this, but especially during the lockdown, that was sort of my little ray of joy and sunshine. So that's good, and I think it's just diversifying and finding new ways. So I did a few courses, and yeah, I just focused on sort of catching up with things that I hadn't had the chance to do. And I think the way that I think is that let me make the most of whatever situation that I'm in and not see what I'm not able to do. Does that make sense? So
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so I practiced a few more songs and was writing, and I started getting my soul band together.
So writing music, you compose?
Yes, yeah, I write my own songs. Haven't done that for a while, so during lockdown, looked at that.
I mean, you come from a history of famous singing family. Come on, drop a few names there, kid. Use your imagination.
Yeah, well, my dad was the drummer in the soul band Imagination, Errol Kennedy, and he still has his own band called Errol Kennedy's Imagination Band, and I get to sing with him. So the last time I sang with him was in 2019. So we went to France and we did a show there. That was lovely. And his sister, my auntie, is Grace Kennedy. So she was a singer in the 70s and 80s and a cabaret singer. So that's my sort of legacy, but all my family sing or play instruments.
And your little boy, Tamar, I mean, he sang here in the studios 6 years ago, the first year we started. I think everybody in the studio came to ogle. What a handsome young man. I mean, literally, the room was full, where they're normally just the camera crew.
You know what, it's so funny, as I was coming to the studio today, I was thinking about that. I was thinking, my gosh, the last time I was here, yeah, he sang, and how many years ago was that? Yeah, so he's not a little boy anymore. He's a very tall 6'3" man. Yeah. So he's doing his music, but all of my children. So I've got 4 children in total. One boy and 3 girls. Well, they're all basically adults, apart from my youngest.
Apart from the baby.
Yeah, well, she's 11 now.
God, it goes quickly.
I know, 11 going on 25.
Yeah, especially when you have older siblings.
Yeah.
I think it does push them that much quicker.
Yeah.
Plus, you're very active, you're very outgoing, you perform a lot out, you have your gospel choir, and I know your kids take part of that with you. Talk about that, because I mean, just the whole idea of the gospel and let's all be religious and loving and have fun doing it.
Oh, it is. Well, I mean, gospel music is just so amazing. The sound, the message, and it's just uplifting. And it's a joy to be singing gospel. That's definitely.
Can you do a bit of gospel now? Can you just a cappella, a bit of gospel?
Oh happy day, oh happy day, yeah, When Jesus washed, when Jesus washed, He washed my sins away. Woo!
You also teach singing.
Yeah, well, I've just started to look at doing that. I did that when I used to be part of a team, and they were more of the singer, but sorry, the teacher. But I've just started to offer my coaching services and encouraging services. I'd say that I'm more of a vocal coach and encourager. So if people want that, that's what I do. And I'm also still doing my singing celebrancy.
You're
Well, I'm a celebrant, which means that I can do weddings.
I was going to say, when you say about services, a celebrant, I'm thinking, okay, this word sounds a bit strange to me, but you, again, when you said like services before, you do service. You're a minister.
Yeah. So last year I would have done my first 3 weddings, but because of COVID, they've been postponed. So I'll be doing a couple this year, and then next year. So yeah, there's a lot of...
Will you be doing the service and then taking off that gown to then put on your singing gown?
Oh yeah, it could all happen at the same time. So it's quite, there's a lot of good things. So there's that I'm doing, and then there's my soul band, Soulicious.
That's a nice name.
Yeah,
Soulicious. So tell us a bit about the band.
So it's my band, and there's myself, guitarist, pianist, or keyboard player, and drummer. And we've just been planning some things, but again, because of COVID, that's kind of stopped things a little bit. But we're just rehearsing and doing our stuff.
What kind of music are you putting together?
So we do soul and Motown, but we're focusing mainly on 80s soul and a little bit of 90s R&B. So we can sprinkle a little bit of 70s. A little bit of reggae.
No wonder you're one of my favourites, because it's just, I love Motown, I love R&B, it's just so relaxing, it's just so easy to sing along, get a little rhythm going.
Come on, see?
It was lovely to see you at the AAA charity luncheon in La Sala.
Yeah.
Fabulous, because again, it's been so long since we've been able to go out, have any entertainment, so it's really nice to see that is picking up again, that you are out and out a bit as well at the moment.
Yeah, it is. It was so good to be part of that event, because I've been planning to do something with AAA for a long time, and it just, the timings, I'm either too busy when they've asked, or something's not quite worked. So this time it was the right time, so I'm glad that I could just be there, and it was so good to see you.
I know, it was a lovely surprise for me. I mean, I went along with Lily just to see, and obviously to support her, do some recording for the television, and I think half of the show came out with me recording you. She's singing, I'm loving it.
I didn't mean for it to. But it's so funny, because Lily and I bumped into each other a couple of weeks before in a restaurant that I never go to. My friend took me there for my birthday. And
happy birthday.
Thank you. And so we were seated next to one another. So it was great. And then, a couple of weeks later, she said, can you come and help? So I was like, you know what? This is the right time.
And it's nice, because obviously you don't charge when you go to charity events. And I think it's a nice thing just to mention to people, you don't go and pay me. You go and you give your time and your talent, and you really give. I mean, you gave an amazing full afternoon's entertainment.
Yeah, I think if you're going to do it, then do it. You know what I mean? So, and it's a blessing. So it was really nice to see you, and it was really good.
So just as a summary before we go to the break, so everybody knows how they can support you, get a hold of you for singing lessons, to perform, entertain with either yourself or with Soulicious, your group. Is that another option?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And then also you've got your gospel choir. Can people get involved with that?
Yes, they can. They'd have to, just contact me, and I'd meet them and see if they're the right fit for the choir. It's not like some of the choirs that may be around on the coast, where you just come and just sort of sing every week. It is sort of a kind of specific to events, so we don't meet every week. We actually sing at events and weddings that we've got coming up. So that's when we'll rehearse specifically for those.
When you have an actual engagement.
Absolutely. So but people can talk to me.
So you can go sing to them, you can marry them, do the service, take your group, you can give teaching. You're just an all-round kid.
Well, I'm trying my best.
And you're succeeding. Absolutely
bless
fabulous.
you.
It's really nice
Thank
to see you looking
you.
so well.
Oh, thank you.
And
Yeah.
welcome to Nicole Land on our
I know.
300th programme. I couldn't imagine, in fact, having the show without you being part, because it was a big
Oh.
part of the 100th celebration of the show to have you perform it, because you are my favourite type of music.
Oh,
Do you want to just sing us out with something?
Oh, what shall I
A little
sing?
something just before we go.
Okay,
Sing us into the break.
okay, singing you into the break. You can reach me by trailway. You can reach me by trainway. You can reach me on an airplane. You can reach me with your mind. You can reach me by caravan. Cross the desert like an Arab man. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. Oh,
I don't want to talk after that.
Oh,
It was just
no.
too perfect.
Oh, bless
It was so
you.
lovely. You can also reach her by phone,
You can.
email, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. The lovely Simone Kennedy. Thank you so much, darling. Lovely to see you.
Thank you. Lovely to be here.
We're going now to a break. Some messages from our sponsors, Linear Director, who even include free taxi up to 4 times a month, including a tow truck to take you and your car home if you've been drinking too much. Also, courtesy car, GPS, everything in perfect English with lovely attentive staff. And of course, messages from our Zero Hero partners, offering free soft drinks to the designated driver. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Hey, hey.
Sometimes it's nice to just get lost in the moment without a care in the world.
However, if something does come up and you find you're actually lost, it's also nice to know that you can call Linear Director to come and find you. Call Linear Director on 952 14 78 34 to see how they can better your life too.
When I'm the designated driver, I think it's only fair that I get to choose a Zero Hero venue that rewards me with free soft drinks. My friends all get to choose and booze, and they feel safe going home with me. Make sure that you get your reward for being the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to?
Hi guys, Ross here from Hogan Stand. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign. And we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
Now, welcome Zero Heroes. 다음은 위즈다.
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
You on your way, no time to
Clara are proud to present Zero the Hero. Never drink and drive.
poison arrows.
McNulty's is proud to be a Zero Hero partner.
Can change it.
Out of bounds, Zero Hero partners.
Here we are, sticker going on. Delighted to welcome everybody and to be part of the Zero Hero campaign. Delighted.
Zero Hero, welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
We are at one.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Let the feeling into your soul. Let it set you
Zero Hero, welcome to Portofino, Cabo Pino.
Hi guys, Kazatua is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
can change if you try. Just believe it.
Marina Nitzak. We could say namesake of the show. MN, me Marina, how lovely to see you. It's been truly so very, very long.
It has been too long, way too long, but you know, we all do the best we can with the whole situation, so very lovely to catch up with you, Nicole.
We're talking almost a year, with the exception of a couple of days ago. How was it with your youngsters being in lockdown? That must have been very different from your busy life out and about to suddenly being teacher 24/7 with the kids at home.
Challenging, very, very challenging. We try not to remember those times, but I do think we made the best of it. And I think, you know, the kids, I was talking about this morning, I think the kids are really so adaptable and they're so flexible that, you know, thankfully I don't see in my kids or the kids around us too much of an effect from all that. I think, you know, they enjoyed having us at home all the time and, you know, cooking together, but it was very challenging, both of us working and, you know, doing the online schooling and cleaning and cooking, and but you know, we did make the best of it, so I don't have bad memories of it.
For me, you're me Marina, friend, colleague, but to many thousands of Russians, you are the face of what to do and where to do it and how to do it in Marbella with your Lux Marbella Association, and now your business Lux Marbella that's just grown exponentially, and I believe this year and last year even more so. Give us an update.
Well, it's been I don't like saying it because I know it's been very, very, very hard year for a lot of businesses, especially small businesses in tourism and in hospitality. For us, it's been a great business year. We've grown from 6 people exactly a year ago before pandemic to now 15 in the team. And I think the quarantine really forced us to do brainstorming and to completely update a lot of our business formula, which we didn't realize at the time, but they were necessary, you know, like all the digital tools and platforms and tools. And in the time we were homeschooling and cooking and everything else, we came up with a lot of improvements to optimize how we work, and we've become much more international. So in the team, whereas before last quarantine, maybe it was 75% Russian clients or Russian-speaking clients, whereas now it's probably 30%, and what's grown the most is the Scandinavian team. We now have 4 people in our Scandinavian team, managed by Mona. So we have Swedish, we have Norwegian, we have Danish, and that's the market that has grown a lot. So we've done a lot more proactive work in those northern countries that are very interested to be coming here and buying their second residence or moving here. So it's been, for us, we're very thankful that the crisis also became a big opportunity for us.
A lot of people talk about the Russians and how they are. Most of us have no idea. When it comes to the Russian way of doing business, which I believe is quite exquisite, can you just outline the philosophy behind, although now you're an international company, the Russian take, which why it makes it so special?
You know, I think I've talked to you about it before some time ago. They always say, you know, when you're having a road trip and when you have to stop somewhere to have food, and they say that you have to see where all the truck drivers are having their lunches or having their dinners. So when you drive past the road restaurants, you have to stop where all the trucks are stopped because they know it best, so you know you can go in. So with the Russians, I think it's very similar. They are the best training anybody can have. Vast majority of them are very, I wouldn't say high maintenance, but the expectations of the service are extremely high. In Russia, a lot of things work very differently to what they do in Spain or in other countries. So they really put you through your paces, and when you know how to treat well a Russian client, you can pretty much manage with most other nationalities and other nationalities, also like us and the truck drivers, tend to follow where the Russians go, you know, for everything, from beauty things to restaurants, because they kind of know that the Russians are so exquisite, as you say. It's a very good diplomatic word. So if it's good enough for Russians, for a lot of nationalities, they say that's their test of the quality and the service, and they can go there as well.
And what tips would you perhaps give for our viewers to help them get, you know, whatever their situation, look for the positive?
I think it's a mindset that you really need to train, and I think there are a lot of great specialist professionals, you know, like coaches, that can help you do that. And I think in any crisis or when there is a big change, I think you need to go to those kind of professionals to help and guide you through those changes and how to turn them into positive for you. So I think I have it in my DNA to always look out what's the positive I can take, or what's the experience, or what's the lesson I can take from something. But I think for a lot of people, it's not like that, especially older generation, and I think the change is very difficult for them. And I think they shouldn't be shy of going to great coaches, life coaches, business coaches, like our friend Masha Malka, for example, and really get the help they need. There is nothing, you know, embarrassing about needing some help. I think it's a great first step towards turning the negative into a positive and making a change, not just go with the flow, but adapt, adjust, and use it as an opportunity to maybe go into a different direction, experiment with something new. But I understand that for especially older people, it's very difficult to adjust, especially, you know, the local businesses like restaurants. It's been in their families generations, and they do things in a particular way, and for them it's difficult to stop what's been done for the last 30-40 years and look at new ways of doing things. But I think it's really, really important, and that's the main thing. Ask for a mentor, for a coach, and really stop and see it as an opportunity to change and improve and update your tools, your platforms, your menus, your offers.
We have far more Russian people living here now, Marina, even since I've met you. I'm not sure if that's thanks to you, but really it's grown so much. There have, however, been a lot of Russians here for many years, perhaps not as noticeably. Do you have, like we do here in other international communities, a problem with the elderly, perhaps without family or recourse in times of lockdown, sickness?
We've had lockdown was a very intense time, not just about online schooling and constant snack provision for the kids, but it was also extremely intense for me personally, helping our Russian-speaking based community here, because a lot of them were completely lost. There were so many changes of rules and laws and what was happening out there, where you could go, how you could go, and things. It was very confusing time, very scary time for a lot of people, especially for those who don't speak Spanish. So we did a lot of work with the, for us, vulnerable community here is more single mothers who were left here alone with the kids, and their husbands or their ex-husbands couldn't obviously come from Russia because they weren't allowed to unless you had a residency here. So we did a lot of caretaking, helping different associations. We did some charity projects to feed the families or even drive things to those families, like El Gusto, Russian supermarket. We had people could leave food there or things, even nappies, and they were driven to those single mothers with little children at home that were, some of them before were doing some jobs like manicures or whichever, which they couldn't do anymore, so their income was finished. So the vulnerable community for us is not so much the elderly as the single mothers mostly that were left here alone without understanding the language and what was happening out there.
Wonderful that you could have been there to help.
We had some very random cases, and I think a lot of the time when people don't know, Russian-speaking people, when they don't know where to go, they end up in my WhatsApp inbox So I've learned a lot as well in my attempts and efforts to help them. I have to say huge thanks to the International Department of Foreigners of Marbella Town Hall. Of course, Remedios and Oti, they've been just brilliant help. I've come to them with so many different questions, how to help these people, and they were always just, if they didn't know an answer, they would get me an answer within an hour, within 2 hours, redirecting. So we're very grateful to.
They were
to
superlative,
Marbella.
and that for the Russians and the French and the German and the English and the Italians
Don't
and
know how they did
140.
it.
I don't know how they did it. Hats off to them.
Remedios, Oti, the whole team.
Yes, everyone
Thank
was
you.
exceptional. So I have to jump in there and say thank you too. Getting back to your business, you're always promoting everybody else. Looking forward, what is the specifics of your plan to offer the international community now, not just Russians?
Well, we're opening in about a month. We're open finally with big delays. Our Rosa club office. So that's going to be sports, family, business, social club. Rosa, if you want to look it up. So hopefully first week of May will be open for business there. Just last decorations.
And whereabouts is this?
It's in Benavista. So it's just in front of Senator Spa Hotel. So we're really looking forward to that. To us, it's kind of a new beginning, a new phase, new era, you can call it. And for that, we're preparing a lot of new marketing materials and merchandising and events, whatever the laws are going to allow us in terms of events, in terms of numbers. Probably not the big, huge opening party that we were hoping for before all this began, but we will do smaller, more intimate, more exclusive gatherings to introduce our clients and our friends to the new offices. So that's kind of our big thing that we've been looking forward to for a long time. And within that, on Monday we're having our corporate photo session there, and we're going to produce our magazines and billboards. So that's kind of a big starting point for us of this new exciting era.
It's a fabulous new challenge. It's lovely to see that you keep growing and incorporating different ideas. Where do you hope to get to? What are your aspirations for you, your family here in Marbella?
I think for the next year or two, that's pretty much it. We need to consolidate and integrate and really keep optimizing the processes. We're expecting an extremely busy summer. People are just desperate to come here, more desperate I think than ever before, especially from northern colder countries. The UK flight prices have already spiked, I think, 3 times since Boris said that they were allowed to. There is a new law that came out on Friday, just a couple of days ago, to say that they're allowed to travel from UK to Spain for several different purposes, which includes property viewings, contracts, anything to do with property. So we've been getting a lot more requests from the UK for property viewings, but I'm not sure how many of these are just for them to have a justification to be able to come here on holidays, or how many of them are real clients actually looking to buy. But I'll update you. I'll let you know what's the percentage of the using us a little bit to get the letter from us that we're arranging all the viewing appointments to be able to travel, or there will be a little bit and a little bit, but I'll let you know what the percentage of that is.
Definitely watch this space. Marina Nitsak, congratulations. Хорошо.
Молодец. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Marina, for taking the time, and thank you very much for joining us for the program. If you missed the program and you want to do catch up, you can from the RTV Marbella website, or an easy link from my website, nicoleking.es, with links to the program, also to my Marbella Moments column in the Euro Weekly News, and our Zero Hero website, offering free soft drinks to the designated driver in all the venues that are listed on the website. Sponsored by the Road Traffic Safety Foundation Linear Director, because obviously we want to go out and have fun, but we want to keep our roads safe. I hope you also keep yourself safe, be nice to each other, take care of yourselves, and we'll be back again tomorrow with more of what's going on in Marbella Now.
try. Just believe it.